Oh man, I forgot how crazy this game can be. Hello everybody, my name is SanchoWest and I'm excited to talk to you about People Can Fly's Outriders. And I would like to give a special thank you to Square Enix for sponsoring this video and sending me out to the Hollywood area earlier this month to play this game for about 2 hours. So I got a little taste of the prologue and I got a little taste of the couple of opening missions and a side mission. So this game is really cool and I can't wait to share more about it, about this video itself. If you like to see more, comment down below, let me know, and I will go out there to pursue more opportunities to give you guys some first looks, some early access to games that are not yet out yet. So this game is really cool. I really did like it. So the video itself, we're gonna go a little bit into the story, give you some like elements of what it is, and show you a lot of gameplay regarding itself from me that actually captured at that event that Square Enix sponsored. So about the game itself, I do like the game a lot. Again, People Can Fly, for those of you who don't know, they made Bulletstorm, which is a really cool game. The fluidity of Bulletstorm's first-person action shooter was really cool, and of course it's very zany and quirky in terms of the wit and the humor is very out there. But also they did Gears of War Judgment, so People Can Fly, no strangers to the scene, no doubt. Also, what's really cool about this game is that it's going to be on the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X series, Xbox X series, something like that, Xbox One, and the PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X. Bam. And of course, PC. What you're gonna see in the rest of the gameplay, like that awesome clip, is that this was captured on 4K on a PC rig, and it's been downscaled to 1080. You know, I don't know if any people out there are kind of like, you know, aficionados about the whole thing. So let's get into the story a little bit. This is going to be a really cool story. It's a very cool sci-fi, I would say, more than anything. Essentially, Earth has been completed, like depleted, bombed. All the essential elements and the nutrients and the resource of Earth has been all absorbed up and is no longer a sustainable planet. So these Outriders, their mission is to go out and colonize another planet. They stumble upon one called Enoch. On this planet, you think it's all hunky-dory, it looks amazing, and they start looking for it, researching it, because that's one of their beacons landed there. Eventually, this crazy storm happens, and they call it the anomaly, and it just destroys the entire colony. And your character, your Outrider that you create, is really cool, gets an only way to be protected, gets frozen in carbonite. Kind of like, to me, it's like a mixture of Demolition Man meets Judge Dredd, but it's what I like about it, that I was like really enjoying seeing the prologue. It's like it's right before the cusp of a new colonization happening, and when that anomaly happens, it throws a wrench in the entire plan. And it's, you know, kind of like, you know, when it comes to Horizon Zero Dawn, is that you saw as more of a tribal era that's birthed from the beginning to where it is. But what ends up happening in this game is it never gets to that tribal part, and it just gets really raw and nasty. And the storm is still raging 30 years later when you get unthawed from the cryo sleep. I said frozen in carbonite, but the cryo sleep. So when you get uncryoed, if that's a thing, you get uncryoed, you wake up and you're still, you know, young, and all the people that fought with you are all old and all this kind of stuff. But the planet that was once beautiful is all crazy, and these factions have grown, and the animals on the planet are all messed up from this electrical or elemental storm called the anomaly. And not only that, but you yourself, what they like to call, have been altered. And what this altered state is, this game features 4 different classes in the actual event itself. We only got to try out 3 of those classes, and one, they're called the Devastator, the Trickster, and the Pyromancer. So the Trickster, they mess with time. The Pyromancer, of course, is fire, and the Devastator is more of the earth terrain element, more of the bruiser. So they all have their different trees, their RPG trees, and all that kind of stuff. This game reminds me very much of Destiny in terms of the menus and things of that sort, and also the progressions and the skill tree. All those kinds of things just scream Destiny, which is a good thing because it's very familiar. Now, the actual gameplay itself, I really do like. Someone that loves playing third-person shooters through and through, you know, my experience of playing Last of Us, the experience of playing Uncharted, going all the way back to SOCOM. I mean, I essentially, you know, was born. I was you immediately adopted third-party shooting. Like, I was born with it, but I love third-person shooters, and this game feels really solid. And when I was playing this game, and I was really concerned as soon as I shot my first bullet, and I saw a number pop up, I was like, because I've always had this hesitation about these RPG shooters, because I didn't like them, because when you would hit someone, they would never go down. You would hit a headshot, you hit so many headshots and they never go down. In the footage that you're gonna see later, you see me popping off, doing all these crazy things, and my accuracy and all that kind of stuff is not penalized, and there's no like these sponges or these taking forever or on these henchmen and things of that sort. My prowess of just going through everything like a hot knife and butter, and it feels awesome. And so the actual shooting mechanics is really cool, but the main shine of this entire thing that I got is the moment to moment action, the ability to the locomotion itself of like shooting someone with a rifle, using your ability, using your other your special ability, your ultimate ability, and all those kinds of things just blend in together. And the flow of it gives you like a steady wave of enemies flying in, and you approach a little wave area, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna do this, do that, go through that. Now this game is co-op. It's a drop in, drop out, a dynamic co-op, and is 1 to 3 players. I played it solo, so it made me feel like a superhero. And what I got to the point was, at first I would try and do all the gunplay things like that of that sort, but then eventually I got into roping everything in, and that's when the game just opened up a whole new world when you unlock multiple abilities. And I only got a taste of all the abilities because the skill tree is very vast, and you could keep going deeper and deeper and deeper into the RPG elements that this game does offer. But you're gonna see in the gameplay is just the locomotion of it all, and I think that is the most exciting thing to it, and that itself combined with the visual effects and the beauty of it all those kinds of things start rolling into an awesome game. And I really do believe that this could have some legs. Again, I'm when it comes to games like The Division 2 and you're shooting at someone, I didn't like that kind of vibe about it, where these encounters would just take forever, just to take forever's sake. In comparison to this one, it flowed really nicely. You're going through all of these multiple waves of enemies, different kinds of bosses, mini bosses, things of that sort, little stage bosses, and they have their own altered powers as well. And so all of that combined, layered with this awesome story that I kind of like in terms of just getting into. It's a really cool sci-fi thing. I really think this game does have legs to it, and they talked about it's not a games as a service. It's a full-fledged experience, and that you're gonna get a really tight package in regard. There's not gonna be any loot boxes, there's not gonna be any kind of passes or anything like that. They want to give you the complete experiences during their presentations, what they're talking about. So, and I really do believe them. And I went through the demo twice, once as the Devastator, and the other one as the Trickster. So you're gonna see that in a gameplay element. But regardless, I'm excited to see. I mean, holiday 2020 is a long way to go. And if you have any questions, just let me know down below. But yeah, I would have to give this like a very enthusiastic thumbs up. I look forward to playing it. It felt really good on the sticks. In the gameplay, I don't do a lot of shoulder swapping, but that is available. I didn't know that was available. It was the first thing I should have really looked into. But there is a camera swap available. It's not sticky. In comparison to like Gears of War, where you stick to cover, it doesn't really feel that way. I mean, I think you could go cover to cover, but it's not as like sticky as it. But you can see a lot of the influences of the Gears of War in there, and of course the influences of Bulletstorm when I'm talking about the combos and things of that sort. I think what's really understated in this game so far is that the third person perspective is going to be really vital. You can see your gear, you can see things clearly, as you can see the beautifulness, the destructionness of all the particles and all that kind of stuff going off. It's just really cool. And I'm just so thankful that I got an opportunity to check it out. So once again, I'm going to leave you guys with some raw footage. Enjoy the ride. And again, thank you to Square Enix for sponsoring this video. And if you again comment, leave a like down below, subscribe. This is 2020. We're going to bring back some of the awesomeness of the SanchoWest gaming channel. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys on the other side. And as always, oh yeah, peace. Now enjoy the footage.